Goodness me, after seeing all of these events online and watching many of my favourite drivers taking part in events online and many online races and esports events, I've decided I want to get involved as well. However, all I have is this trusty keyboard and a really bad budget laptop. I don't know how exactly I'm going to start sim racing. I have no idea if I should be spending more money or less money, what game I should be getting, and what wheel I should be using. If only there was some guy who liked French music who can explain how I can get started. One second. Camber F1 just uploaded a video about how to start sim racing for cheap. Just what I need to make right off the tip of my tongue.
While racing in the real world is what we tend to think about when someone says racing, it is not fair to say that its online counterpart is not growing at a similar pace. Yes, we are talking about sim racing. The hobby turned profession has been gaining popularity at rapid speeds since the beginning of the pandemic that has kept us locked in our homes for months on end. But what exactly is sim racing, and how could the average bloke like me get into it? Sim racing is essentially racing virtual cars against real-time opponents in the comfort of your own home. But isn't that just a video game? Well, yes, but actually no. Sim racing takes place on simulation games. These are games which try their very best to replicate the same physics that you would feel if you're actually driving a proper race car. Take rFactor 2 for example, a sim game that is praised for its realistic physics and is actually used by real life drivers for their esports events, or even trained for their real life races, e.g. Max Verstappen and Lando Norris, who both do their fair share of sim racing off the TV cameras. This all sounds amazing. How do I get into sim racing? Well, sure. The idea of racing against others in real time and often getting to compete with actual racing drivers is a smashing idea. But when you look at it, the only thing having a smashing is your wallet, recovering in the intensive care unit after you spend all your money on a brand new sparkling sim racing rig. So, the short answer is, it's not cheap. But then, how can I get into sim racing without murdering my bank account? Well, you're in the right place. Let's first take a look at what platform to start your sim racing career on. As of now, your path forks into two paths: console or PC. While console may look to be more favourable, decent performance and graphics for cheap, you are severely limiting yourself from modding, accessibility and customization. Sim racing on a console isn't bad, however, we can guarantee that you will eventually find yourself on PC. You don't need a ridiculously expensive PC with a military grade GPU either. Most popular sims can practically run on any PC, so even the bare minimum specs can get you winning races. Now, what about input devices? An input device is the controller that will respond to your inputs to move the car in-game. You'll see most sim racers usually with an Alcantara wheel in their hands, but those are expensive, so we won't be going into those. Our personal recommendation is a Logitech G920 or G29. These wheels are the cheapest wheels that you can get your hands on that also come with force feedback. To put it simply, force feedback is a simulation of real-world physical touch while in a simulated environment, aka the cockpit of your car, by way of motorized motion or resistance. When you hit a curb or grass, your wheel will provide response to your brain, allowing you to feel the car and how the tires are gripping to the tarmac. It is essential that you buy a wheel with force feedback. Without it, you will have no understanding of the car and where it is gripping, and this in turn will make you slow. While a Logitech G920 does have the lower end gear driven system for its force feedback, it will certainly help you challenge with other racers. The Logitech G920 also comes with separate pedals, so no need to worry about buying those separately. Once you get more money however, consider upgrading to a belt driven or even direct drive system from Fanatec, which is essentially the Apple of sim racing. These high-end motors can ensure the most realistic drive experience money can buy. However, if you don't have money to even buy a wheel, a gamepad can also work. However, be warned, you get what you pay for, and we can speak from experience. Next, we'll be looking at what sim you should be racing on. As we are trying to save as much money as possible, we recommend RaceRoom. Reason? It's free, and people love free stuff. No, but seriously, while RaceRoom is free, most of its content is locked behind a paywall. However, it's a great way to get your foot on the gas pedal and see if sim racing is really for you. Raceroom is fun, but we do recommend to upgrade to a better sim such as Assetto Corsa or R-Factor 2 once you get the money. Finally, we'll be talking about an essential part of sim racing, and that is the community. To this day, the community thrives in helping newcomers climb the virtual ladder of racing greatness. It's where you'll find leagues to race in and friends to race against. We recommend Discord, as it's the most beginner-friendly app to converse with other avid sim racers. Speaking of Discord, did you know we have a Camber F1 Discord with custom emojis and up-to-date news on F1? Link in the description if you're interested. Well, there you have it, a short summary on what sim racing is and how to get involved for dirt cheap. Did you like this video? And would you like to see more sim racing content? Let us know in the comment section below.